Welcome back to Radio BVM. This is Brendan on the air, and today I have a special guest. Thanks for joining me today.
Hello.
She's come out to Burnaby Village Museum. What brought you out today?
We're visiting from San Francisco and just wanted to check it out.
Oh, fantastic. Great to hear. So we're doing a little play called Where and When Script by Ryan Fletcher. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Perfect. Ring. Hello?
Hello. I'm from the Postal Service and I have some packages for people in town. I'm new to the area and was wondering if you could help me find them.
Sure.
Great. Where does Sue Hatcher live?
On the corner of Where and When, just off what avenue?
And that's where?
Where?
What?
Yes, just off there. You'll see where.
Where?
Yes.
Where is it?
It is where.
So could you tell me?
Where and when.
Here and now.
No, that's where the Carpenters live. They get their mail at the post office.
Who?
The Carpenters. They're here and now on the corner.
Worker? Oh, that's me. So they're here? They're on the corner?
No, they're on the corner here and now.
Whatever. So Sue Hatcher, what about her?
Him.
Him?
Yes.
Whatever. Where does he live?
Where?
Yes, where?
And when?
Ah, look. Are there any landmarks?
Well, I have a listing for a landmark.
You have a listing for those?
Yes, we have all the landmarks.
Oh, great. So what's the landmark near Sue Hatcher?
Oh, there are no landmarks near Sue Hatcher.
Okay, well, are there any noticeable buildings nearby?
Well, the building on Queen and West is pretty noticeable.
Another corner?
No, there is no other corner, but there is an other street on the other side of town.
On the other side of... Huh? Look. Where is Queen and West?
On Queen and West.
So it's on Queen and West?
Yes.
So I should go to Queen and West.
No, go to Where and When.
Where and when?
Where and When.
Here and now?
That's the Carpenters.
Forget it. Can you just tell me where Bill King lives?
Out and about.
So he's not home?
Well, if he's at home, out and about is where he is.
So do you know if he's home?
Of course not. I have no idea.
Apparently not.
Look, if you go out and get the next right about, you'll find his place.
How do you go out and out to out? Out is out.
Yes, it is.
But if you want to go out to out, if I'm out already there.
Exactly.
How do I get out?
Where are you calling from?
McKinnon's and Company.
The building or the street corner?
The building on the south side.
Okay, go up south until you hit north. Turn north on north, take north until west, then turn east on west, take west east until you get to east. Go east on east until you see Bob. Take Bob out and about.
I'm not looking for Bob. I'm looking for Bill.
You need Bill to get to Bob.
This is going to get me nowhere.
Oh, that's where you're going. I can get you there.
You're doing a fine job, or is it so far? Can you get me anywhere?
Anywhere? That's nowhere. Near here.
What crazy town is this anyway?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, you've got that right. I'm hanging up.
Oh, that's a ridiculous name. Are you from around here?
Ah!
Ring, ring. Hello? 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 This is ridiculous. Thanks for doing that with me. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sure. I messed up a couple times.
You did a fantastic job. This is Brendan on Radio BVM signing off.
Are you having a good day here?
I am having a good day. What is this?
So what brings you here to the Burnaby Village Museum?
Just to remember what I did when I was a kid.
So what did you do as a kid?
See the log house over there? I built one of those when I was 20. How old are you?
You built that all by your lonesome?
Yeah.
Oh, single-handedly.
Yeah.
My dad built one in Saskatchewan.
Her dad built one. My brother built our barn. He was
put
14.
the beam up all by himself.
We came from this era. We know all about this era.
So where did you learn the skills to build your home?
Watching my family. Watching my brothers, my dad. My grandfather was a blacksmith forever.
Where was this?
In Herbert, Saskatchewan is where he started his trade. And then he moved to British Columbia and continued it on the Marshall Road in Abbotsford.
Oh, so he started as a prairie boy.
Yep,
Sounds cold.
prairie schooner. But he made wheel rims and stuff like that, and the spokes, all of that.
What is this?
This is a mic. They're recording us
No.
for posterity.
So
I
wait,
have another word for that, but I won't use it.
So you recognize some of these things around here, huh?
Most of
at the
them.
Burnaby Village
Oh,
Museum.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
most of this I recognize. Yeah, when we homesteaded in the prairies, we had these things. We had these, a rubbing board and a hand crank for the ringer. That was my job. I was the youngest, so they took me to do that.
And I had to crank the milk
And she had
every
to do
morning.
milk. That big separator you have, both of us have used those things endlessly. Nobody tells you how long it took you to wash them either, but we know.
Is that with a washboard?
Yeah, for washing clothes, you had a washboard, or you have one here. It looks like a cone with a little cone on top of it. That was your washing machine. Then they got a little more modern than that. So we had all that.
Good old
So
days.
tell me about your school days.
There's not much to tell in my school days. My first school I went to a place called Ferris School. It was exactly 1 mile from our place if you went across the fields and through the bush. It was 1 mile. And I went there for 3 years. I went to that school. We had a horse stable where they put their horses in, the kids that came with buggies. We walked.
So on your way to school, did you ever see animals?
Lots of them.
What kind?
Mostly jackrabbits, foxes. One day a wolf followed me home. I was on the road at that time and the wolf was behind me and I thought he was a wolf, but he stayed way back. Then when I got near my place, my brother saw it too. So he took the .22 rifle and shot. He didn't shoot the wolf. He couldn't reach that far with the rifle, but that scared the wolf away because he didn't know what that wolf had in mind. So yeah, we had all that stuff.
So where did you folks learn to use a rifle shotgun?
I learned mostly to use a rifle shotgun actually in BC. I used it here. I was too young to use it on the prairies. I wasn't allowed to. A .22 is dangerous. So
Yeah, I grew up in Abbotsford since 1936.
yeah.
So do you remember, if you were in Abbotsford in 1936, do you remember the interurban?
Oh yeah, I rode on it. I rode from Chilliwack to Vancouver.
There
on
was
the interurban.
one store in Clearbrook. One store.
Yeah.
Oh, it's changed.
Minters. Yeah, I rode on that interurban. When I got a job in Vancouver, I rode that interurban rail
Was that every day that you
every
rode it?
day. Yeah,
So how was the ride? How was the ride into Vancouver?
this way. It moved sideways, just about as much as it moved ahead, because it was always twisting, always. I was deathly afraid of that thing, but I had to get to work, so I used the tram.
So where were you working?
Peterson Electric. I got a good memory. My back memory is great. My present memory is, I don't even know where I am.
So what do you have to say to the present generation? Any words of wisdom?
Well, I'm watching the kids here. They haven't got a clue what went on. If it doesn't have a push button
They're interested,
and
though.
gadgetry, some of the kids are really interested. You know, like how did they actually play with that thing? And how did they do that? And we didn't have much time for play. Neither one of us. we didn't play a whole lot. If we played, we invented our own games. Always. We had no toys. I remember one Christmas I got a toy truck. Man, I was on fire.
Do you have any last comments before you go?
No, that's it. I'm commented out now. I'm finished.
All right. I thank you so much for
Okay.
joining us at Radio BVM.
Thank you for staying tuned to Radio BVM. This is Brendan, and we're out in the field, and we're interviewing one of the students from Moscow who is conducting a play. What is the play today?
The play is a 1920s version of A Midsummer Night's Dream created by Shakespeare, and the play itself is mostly student-run. The only thing that Mr. Beaton, our English teacher, has to do with it was open the doors to rehearsal and give us a list of the things that we would need to get done and walk us through what the actual play was.
Well, opening doors is a very important role, I suppose.
Yes.
So did the students direct the play?
Yes, we have two directors, one girl and one boy, named Chubba Laszlo and Jessica.
Oh, great.
And yes.
And what part do you play in this play?
I am Duke Theseus, and I am married to Hippolyta and a noble.
Great. And has it been a lot of fun to practice and rehearse this performance?
Yes, it has. For some of the days when we're rehearsing, some people wouldn't show up, but we're pretty confident that we're going to give a good performance and have our lines good enough memorized that it sounds pretty strong.
And are you pretty excited or a little bit nervous about the play?
Personally, I'm a bit of both. I'm nervous about my lines, but I'm having fun. I'm not too sure.
Okay, make sure it's not. Because there's some students with sort of random feet over there. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
You're the only one who's in class, the mic wasn't over there.
Sorry.
And you can tell they're doing some testing right before the play right now. Is it kind of nerve-wracking? Because I know this is a roving kind of play,
Yes,
so
it is.
the equipment is in different spots in
It
each
is.
location.
Our sound guys, Azam and Mickey, along with Mr. Beaton, have to be a little bit stealthy, even though it's somewhat difficult considering the size of the equipment. They have a cart and a speaker for everybody so everybody can hear us while we're speaking.
And is this the first time you've done a play like this?
This is the first time that I've done like a full-fledged production with the costumes and the long acting and everything.
Oh, fantastic. And do you think you'll do something like this in the future?
It was pretty fun, so probably I will.
And were you always inspired to do performances? And
Performing has been pretty fun in terms of dancing and like that kind of thing, but this is the first time that I did an acting kind of thing with the memorization and all that.
Well, thank you for taking the time to interview with me.
Yeah,
I
of
know
course.
it's right before you play, and I want to grab you before that, but I don't want to distract you anymore. So as I say, go break a leg, and good luck.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, welcome back to Radio BVM. This is Brendan on the air with a couple of the students who have agreed to give us a synopsis for those who don't know what A Midsummer's Night Dream is about. Can you tell me what this play is about by Shakespeare?
So basically there are three stories going on at once. The first story is that there's a love triangle between four of the lovers, and they're having a big conflict in the woods. The second story is a group of bad actors trying to get a play ready for the Duke's wedding. And the third story is two underground leaders are having a fight over a changeling boy.
A changeling boy. Now, do these stories
No.
interact with one another? Do they intermingle?
Yes.
Yes.
And so they relate to one another?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes there's conflict between them.
And is it a comedy?
Yes, it's
Anyway,
mainly
yeah.
comedy.
And is it quite humorous, did you find?
Yes, it's quite humorous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what roles do you have in this play?
I play Aegeus, the
And
father of Hermia.
And I'm Lysander, one of the four lovers.
Well, good luck, boys.
Thank you.
Go break a leg, I believe they say.
Yep.
And this is Brendan signing off for Radio BVM. Welcome back to Radio BVM. I've stolen the director from A Midsummer's Night Dream during the intermission. How's the play going so far?
I think it's pretty good, like aside from some of the technical issues, but it's going great, I think.
Yeah, all the actors seem to remember their lines.
Yeah,
That's-
some of the actors are really good, like our Oberon. Yeah, I really his acting.
That's fantastic. And how did you get involved in directing?
At first, I was gonna audition for one of the as the one of the characters, but then I wanted to kind of step out of my comfort zone and do something more like out there because I'm a very shy person. So I thought just try directing and see how it goes.
And how have you found it?
And I actually really like it. I don't really regret my decision not auditioning for one of the characters because I don't think I'll be able to remember all those lines, honestly.
I'm sure you could if you put your mind to it. It looks like it's going well from the directing. Everyone seems to be in the right position and everything.
Yeah.
Did you help pick the costumes as well?
Yeah, we all went to Value Village, and then picked out a lot of the costumes together.
Well, they look fantastic. Well, congratulations, and how do you think the second half is going to go?
Hopefully really well.
All right. This is Brendan at Burnaby Village Museum Radio, BVM. Thank you guys for doing the play, Midsummer's Night Dream. We had a great turnout today. What did you guys think of the play?
Well, I thought it was quite good in my opinion. Well, there were some parts where I guess I would say some of the actors, may or may not have missed some lines, but that is fine. It worked out.
Overall, would you say you all had a great experience?
I would say so. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing it today. Do you have any last words?
Thank you.
Burnaby Village.
Great job. This is Brendan signing off.